and you're watching Pro Teaches News. Ooh, is somebody talking about pros? Not that kind of pro. See you there.
Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teaches News. Today I have with me Brit.
Hello, hello.
And today we are continuing our Peter David Supergirl coverage. It just keeps getting better and better as we go along, doesn't it?
It does, it does. It's like I said, I love the supporting cast. I love that they have their own, storylines and the emotional upheaval that they've, gone through.
Mm-hmm.
And Linda, going through her own crisis, identity crisis in a sense, and
Yep,
her parents, her father accepting it. He's trying to be supportive. Her mother is going through her like religious path,
yep.
for
But now
better or
she's
worse.
starting to come to grips with things.
Yes. And then you are implementing a little bit more of the DC universe in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with the Superman lore, and even having Superman um guest star. So yeah, it's is very the integration of everything is
Mm-hmm.
coming along quite nicely.
Exactly. So let's see what we do. Is we get a guest artist, Sean Phillips, the guy best known for drawing the interior, not the covers, but the interior of Marvel Zombies. But obviously that's not the style he's going for here.
I I'm loving the art, and that is again one thing that older
Mm-hmm.
comics kind of have, like, I would say, uh, um an achievement, from
Yep.
present, because they try to have artists that are a bit similar, so it won't be like a jarring
Yep.
change from if you are going to have a guest artist, even if it's just one issue, it still flows, um,
Yep.
nicely.
Yep. They used to call it Siam. I saw a movie about it once. It was a musical. There was a bald king who said etc. a lot. He danced with an English woman, and it was very romantic. And he was both loved and feared by the women in his life. Love and fear seem to go hand in hand in the country these days. That one, she'll do. Good choice, sir. She is quite innocent. I suspected she would be. I'd like some privacy, Pock. As you say, sir, you're the customer. So, child, are you here for the same reason all the others? Because your parents sold you here to pay off debt? Yes, sir. But when the debt is paid, I will be able to go home. You go on believing that. Everyone needs a dream. Yes, sir. And put that down. I don't need symbols of Western religion in here. A man gave it to me. A short man. It's pretty. Be quiet. You will, and you will now do as I say. And first, I want you to fire and fire, fire. They used to call it Siam. I saw in the movie. The movie was banned in this country, which is now called Thailand. The movie may not be here, but I am. Shall we dance? Don't hurt me, please. I think this is yours, my. You know my name. You're American. What sort of joke is this? Crazy woman, look what you've done. You burned my wall. What do you think you're doing? You can't reason with her, Puck. She's American. Do you speak English? Little bit. You, crazy, burn place. Get out. Hiya! Get out now. Very wise. All right, honey, you can go now. You and your friends are free. Well, I said you can go now. What are you waiting for? Go with you? I thought most folks hear about don't speak English. Most not and little man taught I me some. Well, good. All right, you can be my translator with the other girls. Okay. What is translator? A blonde demon, I tell you. I need all of you to help. Hurry! In standing against her, you stand up for yourselves. He mustered every man in the town. I'm sure to him the odds against us look hopeless. One tricky American and a crowd of downtrodden girls against all of them. A demonstration seems in order. There, the entire little operation cleansed from Earth. Yep, just as I thought. They're breaking and running. Guess they've realized the odds really are hopeless, but not the way they thought. Mr. Sharvian, the situation we anticipated has arisen. And in conclusion, I want to say that, sure, I can bench press Buicks, but true strength comes from an equal part determination and compassion. Use that strength wisely, and the world will be what you make it. And remember, the creation of the world itself was an act of sheer will, God's will, and He passed that free will to us. Thank you. Very inspirational. I'm telling all my friends. Oh, aren't you sweet to say so? Cutter, what's with the jacket and tie? I'm part of Team Supergirl. Gotta look respectable. Your image is my number one concern. Oh, well, and like trying to hook me up with the space girls was going to do a ton for my image. Hey, they can't all be winners. Now, if Supergirl, my best friend, her parents sold her in exchange for debt. Can you help her? What? And what are you talking about, honey? What? And what girl? Where? And where? Amy thought it was very important to talk to you. She's from Thailand. Her parents died some years ago, and we adopted her. I had a friend. So then we find out what led to it.
Okay.
So what do you think about this dealing with the trafficking stuff?
Yeah. Again, the
Peter David does not shy away.
right, the kind of political real world issues. I love how it's, just flowing within the story. It's not something that's just totally in your face. You are
Mm-hmm.
actually just telling a story. And also, it's not so much as, some fans complain about real world issues and, you know, or political things in comics.
Well,
Like
this is
it's
something you
supposed
can't
to
argue
be,
with.
yeah, it's supposed to be just escapism and fantasy,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, sometimes you do have to deal with real world issues a little bit,
Yep.
um, in certain stories, in certain movies, books, and stuff. So it's not that the heroes are going to they can't uh
They
get a
can't solve
solution.
the world.
They
They
can't
can't solve
solve, yeah,
all the
yeah.
problems.
They can't solve the problem. It's kind of like how some writers like Morrison has Superman. Oh, he found a cure for cancer. That's kind of, in a
Yeah,
sense, that's a little going too far. But
right.
but
But
when
of course,
it's
that was for his last day. So of course, if he's gonna have his last day, of course he'll find it out.
right, but if it's something like this and it's actually a universal thing that it can be solved, you have movies like that all the time talking about trafficking, and you do have that
Mm-hmm.
sort of, I mean, they have a whole bunch of CSI, those mystery solving shows all the time and trafficking is one of the main topics that they do on those shows. So yeah, something like that that's so universal
Mm-hmm.
and that it is something that can be solved, then yeah, by all means have that in the story because it does bring up a conversation.
Yep.
And when you see these heroes, they aren't just punching, or dealing with galactical type villains
And I
or,
don't know, this is
super
not a big. There's not a problem that's too big like religion. This is a case
right.
where it's like, no, this is simple. This is
Yeah,
disgusting. This
it's
is like,
it,
and no, and anyone who defends it, they're gonna look bad. It's
yeah.
not like Israel and all that stuff where that's like too complicated.
Right. It's something that, like I said, can be solved, and it is it's putting them in a grounded level, humanize them, and really show that they care for civilians. You know.
Exactly. And but yeah, but like here, like tell them like they're free. Like they afraid parents be mad. Nonsense. Their parents will be thrilled to see them. They afraid. They know strong like you. None of us are. No powers. No. But it's not just my powers. It's. Tell you what. Let's take a walk. Mr. Sheriff, he never say anything about superheroes taking interest in his operation. The Supergirl. Why is she bothering? I'm not supervillain. I'm no one. No one. Every so often, Mr. Sonic, one of these do-gooders take a whack at social ill. It can be annoying, I know, and very unfortunate if you happen to be the target. Sheriff has to defend me. Mr. Sheriff is a great proponent of free will and self-reliance. If you wish to be defended, you do it. Hold it, you! Hold it, you! Ah! I did not say that Mr. Sheridan would leave you defenseless, Sergeant. Weapon will be forthcoming. Special weapons. If you ever lay a hand on me, I will leave you boneless. Clear? Clear. A different place, a slightly different time, but the words are the same. The action's identical, but this time the interruption has a bit more poetic justice about it. This place is closed! Idiot child, what do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? You get out of here before I. No, you get out. Now! Oh! May shows them the way. At first, the girls are hesitant, but then, unleashed from both physical and psychological restraint, they set about their work with relish. Up, inspiring them! The turn against all of them, and now, there are the weapons! But, well, let's see them shoot me if they can't get up. Thank you, much obliged, thank you. And there, so much for those. Girls, free your sisters. Up, and then have to get up. Girls, they need me. Come on, Linda, get up. She dead. You see what comes of disobedience? Now there will be proper. Kill them all. Oh, in the name of Supergirl. Yep.
I love that because
of
Supergirl, they wanted to defend, not just they got confidence from her, not only to defend her, but also defending themselves, and that's
it went overboard. But if you look at, they're dead. They're all, you're alive, so we can thank you. Are you proud? You didn't do this. Lord, you did. How could you? You were supposed to be better than them, to show compassion. Compassion and strong is not good. We strong now. You teach how. There are other towns, other girls, but we tired now. Now we go home. We go home. Tell our parents of your bravery, of what you teach us. You loved us, and no others did. And as no others did, when no others did, you make us strong. And now we will show our parents we are strong, and they will respect us and love us. Or else. Oh, I gotta get it. A little bit of a nod to Orphan Annie, but having it go wrong.
Right. It does go a little bit too far, but the message is there. It's just a little, the execution a little, miss. But yeah, I honestly, Supergirl, anything.
And she did the right thing, but she didn't pay attention to these girls. What was going on? She just saw they're going to be strong, but she realized I turned them into killers.
Right. And that is the one thing that, in a sense, I would like to be explored with Wonder Woman too. With things like that, and like
teach them the warrior way, but then realize,
yeah, it's teaching them the warrior way, but at the same time, it is out of peace, though.
But people don't look at it that way. They look at it as just simply, we strong.
Exactly, and that is the one thing that
that's the double standard of her saying. That's the double standard of it, unfortunately.
Right, and you need a writer that can pretty much make that clear of the distinction of those certain things. It's not just being a warrior means I'm gonna slice and dice you with a sword, or I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Reminded me of that joke in the 2000, that first animated Wonder Woman movie. She teaches the girl how to use a stick to fight again, and then Steve goes, "Great, now you just taught her how to skewer those boys."
Yeah, it's not anything like that. It's more so just.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying, in her eye, she thought it was a good lesson. But Steve then points out, you realize she's just going to think, "Slice and dice, get up, ah!"
Right, and with Wonder Woman, it's something that was one thing that Charles Soule showed just a little bit of having the Amazon that left the island and was in London with Diana. She had a dojo, and it was basically self-defense classes for girls, and that is something that really needs to be put into the Wonder Woman comics, because it shows, again, the Amazon ways, the warrior way, is not just being strong in that mindset of, I can fight. It's a discipline type thing. It's a self-defense, and just being confident in yourself, not the snooty type confidence, that in
Yeah,
in
exactly.
not
And
complaint. It's just more so of protecting yourself.
exactly. And I think that I can understand why Wonder Woman wouldn't realize. She would think they'll learn just like we do, and then realize, oh crap, they're learning the wrong lesson. And then she
Right.
would realize, I have to change my tactics.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I feel is the thing there. But anyway, so yeah, next one we have another guest artist. So similar in tone, some believe that when we dream, our spirits actually travel the world or worlds. That's where the superstition about not waking a sleepwalker comes from, lest the wandering soul not be able to rejoin with its restless body. This night, my soul wanders. See my parents, Fred and Sylvia Danvers, peaceful after so much angst. The Reverend Larry and Barville. I wonder if God speaks to him in his sleep. Andy Jones, a.k.a. Comet, out in Vegas this night, having just dropped off from an evening's hard work. Cutter Sharp and Maddie, can't be. I must be dreaming. Richard Malvern, steadfast and patient, my would-be boyfriend. And now I see myself and others. Twilight looking at me with a mixture of thanks and contempt, as if she pites and pities my compassion. Granny Goodness, demented warrior goddess. That girl, what did I do to her? Sweating, tearing up bedclothes, nightgowns sticking to me. Matrix, get out of my head. Superman, help me, make it stop. You, who are you? A name coming to me. Ember, Ember, the writer. She said that name when she looked at me in number 24. Ember, everywhere she's coming, and she's here, and she's not everywhere and nowhere. Have to get out. Out! Stoof! My, you're up and late. Cassandra, or at least the young woman who says she's the reincarnation of Cassandra, the mystical seer. Yeah, from way back in number 20. Having
Hmm.
trouble sleeping. I ran her during the Millennium Giant thing, but that was out in the middle of the ocean. What's she doing in Leesburg? Cassandra, what? How are you here? You remember. I'm flattered. Your question? I saw myself here, so I had to be here. So this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. I saw you here as well, and I saw her and him, but later or sooner. It's hard to tell. What her? What him? I don't understand. I always do. That's the problem. Look, maybe I could. Oh, I don't know. Come back in 5 minutes when I've had a chance to get more suitable attire. I won't be here. I owe you my life, so I'm telling you this. Even though I'm cursed to know you won't believe me. Murmur is coming, and he will try to injure you. Be wary of him. He is not what he seems. None of them are. And beware of Ember. Beware of her, but learn from her as well. But know that you will fall, and that nothing can stop that. Wait, you can't just drop stuff like that and walk away. I'm sorry. I saw myself leaving you behind now. Oh, really? And did you see me following you as you tried to stroll away? Eee! They never learn. Hey, let me go! Let me go! Funny how you didn't hear the lady friend, considering I could hear her from blocks away. Whoa! And she wants you to let her go. Mickey! Mickey, honey, are you okay? You psycho, put my car down. You could have heard him. But I thought, okay, we were having a fight. But you didn't have to come here like Godzilla in a tooth and shove him around. Look, you two are cool with each other. That's fine. But if you stand around screaming at night, it's like crying wolf, kiddo. So don't come crying to me if you scream and I ignore it. She's got a point.
Yeah.
Well, Cassandra was true to her word. Shiva moosed. At least I had to grab my cape so I could have something to wrap around my nightshirt, maintain some measure of dignity. Man, did I pick the wrong night to wash my uniform? I could try to dry it off fast by flying at high speed, but then it gets all stiff and rides up and ugh, best to let it drip dry, even if it doesn't leave me ready for a little emergency. Maybe I should make a spare. Maybe I should get some sleep finally. Geez, first I get Wally, the cryptic kid who thinks he's God, and now I got Cassandra, the cryptic woman who thinks she sees the future. Does anyone just say what's on their mind?
That is such a human moment to say that she like let her uniform wash and dry it.
The guy loves that go right up and it rides up and
Yeah.
But yeah, I team the fact that this was all done just like false alarm. But it's like, yeah, what would she supposed to think, right?
Right.
But boom, there he is, my sweet. Isn't he magnificent? Have I picked you a good and true soulmate? Why, yes, I do believe I have. Take him, my sweet. Make him yours. Tame him. Scream! Yeah, who is it? Richard Mulburn. And I've got your new best friend with me. Dick and hi. I was kind of up late. What time is it? It's 1 in the p.m. Didn't think you were gonna, and didn't think we were gonna wake you. You remember Elizabeth Purse, don't you? Oh yeah, sure, and yeah, sure. Hi. We were trying to call you, but we got a message that said your phone was disconnected. I kind of got behind in the payment and stuff. Well, we're here to solve your financial problems. As Richard told you, I love your sculptures. I think they're perfect. They perfectly capture the age and longing of the new millennium. Well, thank you. I do my best. You know, I've noticed it before. You have the most lovely eyes. I feel like I know you from a past life or something. Oh, well, yes. Well, I get that a lot. Of course, the fact that you were Supergirl's friend and the one-time mentor might have something to do with it. Before we talk, could I use your powder room? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Oh, peanuts! Oh, crap!
Oh, having it drip
It was
dry.
drip dried. Wait, it's an emergency. Really gotta go. Weak bladder runs in our family. I think. Okay, just and don't panic. Just find someone to stash it. Don't panic. Well, sure. Of course. I mean, of course. Whenever and when I have company over, what better time for somebody riding a winged something to show up? That happens with everybody, right? Uh-oh, they merged and became a griffin.
Oh wow.
There was originally a bird, so now it merged with the lion.
Wow, everything. I love that everything is connecting and
Mm-hmm.
it's not anything too predictable. You know,
Yeah,
it's all just coming together and a lot of the twists and turns, you don't really expect it.
exactly. But yeah, so maybe Antonio Banderas will become my love slave. Anything's possible, I suppose. Um, can I help you? No, you nothing, Earthborn. This is how it's done. Okay, that's it. He salutes and leaves. Uh-oh, he's in attack mode. Well, I knew it was too much to hope for and to hope for. Dodge the act, but the griffin nailed me. So yeah, big fight going on. You move well, Earthborn. You have some impressive offensive skill. Behind that, however, she said, I haven't been hit that badly since Wally smacked me around with that blasted bat of his. Shoulder throbbing. Lord, I think it's dislocated. Oh, and someone feels it. Andy feels it.
Uh-oh.
Yep, she felt in the same spot. She's up, so she can definitely tell the link they have. My body's healing ability might be able to deal with it, except I've never had damage to my skeletal structure before. And I don't have time to wait around and find out. Got to do this. Ah! Are you all right? How do you feel? I just had to snap my arm back in the socket. How do you think I feel? I am Murmur, you poor little firstborn. You're trying to kill me, and I don't know. I know why, or even your name. Oh, then he says I am Murmur. I've always felt for your particular species, not mortal, not angelic, but something in between. So obviously he knows about things like this. Work? What do you mean? Oh, barely missed me, and I'm getting tired of being this guy's target. Okay, that's it. And hand over the pig sticker. You address me in such a manner. How dare you? That's me living on the edge. She'll be out in a minute, I'm sure. Oh, no hurry. Uh-oh. So yeah, basically putting up a fight. You know what? Kill me? Are you willing to fall? Are you willing to die and find out? Oh boy. Well, answer me. And as for you, huh? Empty armor from where I threw Murmur down. But that can't be. There was someone in there. He wasn't a robot or. Well, at least I got a cool battle axe out of. Huh? Story of my life.
I like that it's also acknowledged that, with Superman, sometimes it just all depends on the writer, but Wonder Woman, and now to hear, to, well, you're reading it from Supergirl, is it's acknowledged that they are the in between. They aren't,
Yep.
gods, they aren't mortal, they are, something just very unique. So I appreciate these little bits that
Yep.
should be consistent with the character, but it has, gone away because so many writers want to simplify the characters and make them one over the other instead of, that these characters are the in-betweeners. And so I appreciate that from here.
Yep, exactly. And then we then find out a lot of her stuff is going to Paris. Some people are interested in her stuff in Paris. Like, wait, did you say Paris? Nope. And while she's like, not the Paris site Supergirl had in mind. Ah!
Funny. That's
My whole life I dreamed of seeing Paris, and this is how I get to see it. Clam up, Barbosa. That way, up ahead. We're closing on him. Hey, Chalmers, I feel like Inspector Jarvis. And save the last late minutes in this crowd, will ya? We're in a sewer. There's already enough garbage to deal with. Remember, he should be at low power in terms of power. He needs life energy in order to sustain him. Maybe we should call in Superman. No, he was moved out of Metropolis to keep him away from Superman and any other super tech. If only he hadn't escaped during transport. Wait, I just saw something move. Forget it's just a dead rat. Ain't just dead, it's drained. Uh-oh. And then he drained someone else.
oh.
Guys, why aren't you moving? Because they're all gone. All dead except you. But you're lucky. I'm full. And look at that, matching the Mona Lisa. Wow, you've got that whole enigmatic smile thing down, lady. Linda, I've almost believed there was some mysterious secret you're hiding. I'll be right back. I just got my brother with something. Just I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep. I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
Yep. Anyway, come on, Maddie, take the picture already. Got it. Got it. Man, I still can't believe we're able to get time off to come. You were able to come off with me to Paris for helping my exhibition. Linda, you'd be amazed the mountains a free trip to Paris can move. I still can't believe the Elizabeth Perskay and lady paid my airfare. Yeah, well, Elizabeth is quite a woman. Besides, I've hardly seen you at all since the whole Stan Hopes thing. I want to reconnect, you know. Wow, Da Vinci's second most famous painting. Close. Da Vinci is in Milan. This one's by a guy named Champagne. Well, either way, it's still a painting of the nice Jewish boy who went into his father's business. You only get mushy on depictions of romance when you're involved with someone. Are you? You are. Am not. No lie. Come on. No horsing around. Tell me about him. Come on. Okay. It's Cutter. Yee! Again! Andy, that's still that running gag! Remember?
Yes, that is funny.
I know. Anytime it's probably the idea of him being romantic.
Well, I mean, I like that they have like this comedic relief that it reads like, of course, it's a superhero comic, but at the same time, like I said, the civilian cast gives such a,
Mhm.
it's like you're watching um, what's coming to mind right now is Friends. You know, it's
Yep.
a sort of show like that.
Yep. Exactly. But it's been a while since we've had that gag.
Right.
Where is she, Mr. Sharp? And Sharp, we're getting rather close to the starting time. This is a major fundraiser for the club. We've raised $53,000 from assorted mothers, stepmothers, and godmothers. Some rather scary who paid to meet Supergirl. She'll be here, Mrs. Dumont. Don't you worry. Where is she, Richard? We're getting rather close to the starting time. It would be very in bad form for Linda to be Uh-oh! Uh-oh! She's going to have to be at two places at once.
Well, that is a meme.
Oh, gee. I'm sorry I got us thrown out of the lure. The lure. Now I know why you didn't want to tell you about Cutter immediately. And when you're with him, are you sober? What's that supposed to be? Because the first time you were with him, you were, well, kind of hammered. Oh, yeah, so I was. Well, no harm done, I guess. We had to get going to your show anyway. Come on now, and let's move, Artsy. I just never realized he was that much your type. Well, his involvement with Supergirl has done him a world of good. Heck, maybe I should be jealous. Trust me, don't be. Actually, Cutter asked me to go with him to Columbus this week to see Supergirl give a talk. But Paris or Columbus, not a tough choice. Great, there you are. What do you mean, a talk? Supergirl in Columbus? Oh, the 18th, I think. Not the 18th today, right? Right? No, the 8th today. Right now, I think. Oh! She thought it was the 18th when it was the 8th. He's going to kill me. I'm going to kill her. Time to kill. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I like that this is where you get the whole identity crisis thing,
Which we haven't
the
had up until much
complication.
another point.
Right. It's going to be very interesting how she say uses her super speed or something, or if she
Yeah.
is to get confused, and have to um make up excuses. She has had close calls, throughout,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's like it has led up to this big challenge now of what do I do when I am supposed to be at two places at once.
Exactly. Right, but yeah, though. But of course, then obviously she has to fly over there. Now we get a reference to Adventure Superman. That was the last time he appeared. So obviously we're setting things up for a bit more with him and with Parasite.
Right.
Yeah, so but yeah, obviously typical stuff, with him. Oh, and runs into Young Justice.
Oh, so that
Yep.
was a little cameo, but it was also a little
Oh no, they're gonna help out.
right, that and the cameo setup, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. And I love it how like Skyhog. I want to know how she complies and keeps her hair looking that good. Real mature, Superboy. Real mature. We want our money back. This is thankfully not one of those times. Ladies and gentlemen, women, the Maid of Might Supergirl. Maid of Might? Okay. Now I motor through a speech, do a meet and greet, and shunt back the parrot before things get out of hand. Uh-oh! Oh dear. He gets sent into the museum. I'm getting used to taking on butt uglies like you. You don't scare me. You're really, really stupid. I'll do humanity a favor by yanking you out of the gene pool before you mess the waters. Uh-oh. I I love it. Uh-oh, ladies, I'm sorry, but I just detected an emergency with my super hearing. Since when do you have super hearing? Since always, I've mentioned it countless times. Of course, your favorite super hearing. Ooh, I hate to lie, but I did something. So yeah, she doesn't actually have super hearing that well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she uses that to teleport there. And, uh-oh! Oh dear, maybe Superman here, but you'll do nicely. I can't catch up right. All my powers, my strength, I still have run like a cosmic tail. All that work, all gone. And he'll know that the parasite's king of the world. You idiot! Uh-oh. And they were works of the artist. And do you have any idea how much work went into those statue? They were the works of the artist's soul. Every crease, every line, carefully crafted. She seems annoyed, Rudy. Oh, really? You think? And you smashed it all like it was nothing. Nothing! But she wears the S. That means she's a sucker for innocence and danger. Way ahead of you, Doc. No! Uh-oh, to be continued in the next part. Oh, look at that artwork.
Love it. Loving the
I,
artwork.
yep, love it. There's the subject of our get together, sir. Supergirl, the maid of might, presently a not so gay Paris, fighting for her life in the grip of the energy drained parasite. Who says there's never anything good on television? Well, I'm not certainly not. I'm not. I'm still not entirely certain why you called this meeting, Carl. I mean, what is there about Supergirl? I don't know. In answer to your first inquiry, I called it since I felt it well past time that we got acquainted. As to the latter, I think it's imperative you realize how much Supergirl's changed in the recent months. Observe, for example, her wings. You must have heard they exist, but not know why. The fact is, they are a manifestation of her status as an angel. Impressive. Already, her healing ability is compensating for the energy loss to. Wait, back up. Did you say angel? Yes. You are familiar, of course, with the resident of heaven and earth. However, there is a third type of being which ties to both. They are called earthborn angels. So again, we get a summary of everything.
Mm-hmm.
All the different stuff was meeting. Wait, we just left Supergirl. We just left Supergirl letting the parasite fall to its death. Is she going to allow it to happen? Never, because she knows instinctively that if she kills, she will fall from grace, and that would have the most serious consequences. Oh, so it's taking the Earthborn Angel and then making it adding on to the whole no kill policy.
Well, that is, I mean, that is a good take to have, and setting up the exploration of the no kill rule. Honestly, to me, heroes, it all depends, I guess, on how the writer wants to, I guess, set up or explore their mental state and emotional state.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
to me, it's kind of like if they killing is a last resort. Like if they are
Yes.
completely out of options, but to say that they just have a no kill rule, it's a
Now, for
little
someone like
limiting.
Batman, it makes sense because
Batman for
Batman was
sure.
born when he was a child, and that's very much a child's thing.
Exactly. Batman honestly should be the only one with a no kill rule.
I would say
Any
Superman, because of his powers, he should have more alternative. Maybe not a no kill rule, but he must have the strongest no kill, trying to avoid killing policy.
Right, but it's still kind of like it just all goes down to the very last resort. Like if you are completely out of options. And
Exactly.
but at the same time, I would like a story that has them backed into a corner and he has to kill and he
Oh
has
yeah.
to
Oh yeah.
deal with it in a mature manner. You
Hey,
know,
I'm the one who grew up with Exile, which is after he killed the Phantom Zoners. You know why he did that? Now, granted, it was cold-hearted murder because they were powerless, taken out by gold kryptonite, depowered by it, but they had just committed genocide. They wiped out everyone on the Pocket Universe Earth by boring through the ocean to the core, sending steam into the air, which wiped out all life on the planet, destroying the atmosphere. And thus, he could not afford, even though they were powerless, he felt, I can't allow you to live. And the off chance they could regain their power. Now, to be fair, most of the people involved, besides Byrne, mostly Mike Carter and Jerry Ordway, were flabbergasted. His final script, final issue, was a big screw you. But what did they do? They didn't ignore it. They didn't retcon it. They took it by the horn and be like, okay, what happens next?
right. I don't like it when other writers, because they don't have any idea of what to do, or they, cower a little bit. If this is something interesting that will elevate the character, that will explore
Oh yeah,
their, like I said, emotional and
and they did. Exile was exactly that. It ate up at Suman to the point where he put himself into self-exile. I mean, it got to the point where he would dress up as Gangbuster at night, mentally nerf his powers, but be Batman and cripple and beat people into a submission. But he wasn't conscious of it. It was all of his anger and rage being let out.
wow.
And that's when he realized I've become a monster. Until I can get this sorted, if ever, I can't be on the planet.
Well, yeah, that is something that in a modern day term needs to be explored again. And
Yep. And now again, that was the downside with Man of Steel. And I know people could say if they had done a Man of Steel 2, they might have. I have to agree with Mike Carlin, who actually did work back when he was still, before he retired, worked with Snyder and the others. He feels no, they weren't going to touch it. He personally felt like Zach was not going to touch the Fallout, direct Fallout. Like, he wasn't going to do an Exile. He was barely going to touch the Fallout of Superman killing Zod.
that is,
That's his opinion from working with Zach. He felt like they weren't going to do anything.
well, I guess it's because, it was,
And he didn't dump on Zach. That was from his own personal opinion. He felt Zach, if he did, it would have been very brief.
yeah, I think it was because, the plan was to have Zod's body, basically transformed to Doomsday. So
Mm-hmm.
it really wasn't any type of thought of, unless it was something emotional a little bit more, but also the rush of trying to implement Batman into the story too.
Exactly.
So that really took, away
But
a
I'm
lot
thinking
of
if
the
they had done
emotion.
Man of Steel 2 instead of BVS, he still feels like they wouldn't have done anything.
Really? Hmm.
That's what Carlin personally felt. He felt, given how Zach was, the type of person he was, he had no interest in the story,
Hmm.
in the
That's
fallout.
hmm. That's
Now, the
interesting to
fallout from
know.
the destruction, that's a bigger thing than Superman having to snap someone's neck.
Yeah, right.
So that's more what you want to focus on. The destructions fallout, not the personal, I just killed a man fallout.
I mean, honestly, both should be explored,
Yes.
should have been explored a little bit more. But again, it really took a toll with having to introduce Batman.
Agreed. Completely agreed. And like I've been saying, while I do blame some of it on Zach, I do blame a lot on WB. I blame a lot on just so many factors. Like I've said before, Man of Steel opening with such heavy destruction was the worst thing you could do to start your universe. That, like I said, that's like starting up with the destruction of that country of Age of Ultron. If that happened in Iron Man 1,
Right. I think it was
you're on the wrong
writing,
foot.
you're writing also Nolan's Batman to
Mm-hmm.
be a little bit darker and in a sense edgier, what some people would think that is. So yeah, some of the decisions were kind of misguided because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there is a story there to tell. And when
Exactly.
you had if he had a little bit more time to really deep dive into those controversial moments and plot points, then it would have gone over better.
Exactly. Exactly. But anyway, so yeah, we see more of Supergirl dealing with Parasite and everything. And yeah, Parasite's a legit threat. I still would love to see him in a movie properly.
Hmm.
Now, this is a creature known as Bud. We believe he was involved in the creation of the current incarnation of the Earthborn. Okay, I gotta say, I do like how we're getting a summary for everyone. Basically, this is a jumping on issue
Okay.
that both provides context and yet goes into more detail than you normally would.
Interesting. Well,
Oh,
that's
I love
good.
this. We're at Notre Dame. It's the hunchback doing that, mommy. Honey, the hunchback was just a pretend monster type of a person. There are no monsters in real life. Oh! Again, we're giving all the summaries of everything. Um, but yeah, we're just summarizing again. Like I said, perfect jumping on point, perfect reason to explain it all, and yet still move the story forward.
Right.
I've come about the rest of the statue. Most of them are rubble. I know. I have been in interested clients who will pay 10 times the original asking price for the remaining few. The oldest law in the world, my dear. Supply and demand. This calamity is a godsend for your Linda. The only way it would get better if she were dead. Of course! Reducing it down from many to a few! Okay. I like that. But yep, as they are constantly fighting off, like, did she have? And apparently, whoever this is knows a lot about them and who she is.
Hmm.
I love this. Like, Mrs. D, when you're dealing with these super types, the schedule can be extremely what, Mr. Sharp? Mr. Sharp, what's wrong with? Oh my lord, Scotch, neat. So about that Drake, Scott, neat. In other words, she was complaining that she realized, oh crap, she was actually saving lives. Like, point made. I love that. It's like, point made.
Hmm.
Yep, but she's able to figure out a way to take it, to drain him. But she almost loses it for a moment. But tosses him into that container instead. Wow, standing and triumph on top of the Arch of Triumph. It just doesn't get better than this. Capes flapping and everything and everything. God, I look cool. Still, I better get back to what's left of my show. You guys all right? I came out of the bathroom and people were running and screaming. I didn't know you guys were still here, all right? Bottom line, you panicked, Linda. Frankly, I'm a little embarrassed. I thought you were made of sterner stuff than that. I'm really sorry. I don't know how to make it up to you. You could buy us dinner. With what? Like my statues, I'm broke. With this, reaching out for your remaining statues on the spot. Also, they want to commission you in advance for. Ooh la la! Oh! Oh! Wait! Wait! So we see Lex and Wally. What?
Very
What happened to him?
interesting.
But what do you
He's
see about this? Was Lex and everything. Have you noticed? He only talks about the stuff involving Linda. He avoids the Kent
right.
for obvious reasons. Oh, but how was that bringing Lex involved?
Very good. As I said, it's all integrating the Superman lore in a very organic way. This isn't Kara, but it's still Supergirl.
And
So
his
of
Matrix
course,
was the history.
right. So it is still um all incorporated, and this is perfect.
Yes. Oh, and we got Young Justice back. Hold on. I just want to double check to see, make sure that is Wally or not. Just to make sure. That's my brother in the background.
Hmm.
Oh no, that's not Wally.
That is Bart, right?
No. I'm talking about
Oh.
that ain't Wally.
Hmm.
It's someone else. I just double check. Yeah, that ain't him. Because he doesn't show up on here at all. But but yeah. So anyway, but yeah, in the clutches of the Parasite. I mean, of Young Justice, so yeah, this is Carnivan Bean. That's who this is. So he looked like. I do like how they throwed you off at first. Cause he does look like Wally.
Right. He does.
Yeah, so I do like how you actually think for more like, uh-oh. But nope, we actually saw Carnivan back in issue 19.
Okay.
Yep, he was one of the antagonists back during that. But but yeah, he's the vampire. But yeah, so you rarely take such a personal interest in our work here. Oh, I consider the Matrix creature to be quite special case, Doctor. Oh, there's the remains of Supergirl. Or her Matrix side, remember?
Yes. Yes.
They took it.
Oh,
Um,
well,
there's a matter which requires your attention. Really, Mr. Stubb, then let us attend. It's concerning Dante. Dante, the amateur who stumbled upon a cavern of demonites and now fancies himself an underlord? Overreach, you little mortal. Still, he's been worth some amusement till now, and he causes misery in his own small way. So I've never thought to hamper his operation. Is there a problem with him? No problem. An interesting confluence of events. The first event is that Dante has visitors. So it ties into Young Justice 12. Dante
hmm,
has recently acquired Tammy Neal. She snatched her simply because she inherited a sizable fortune from the deceased Wanda Lee. But he doesn't know of her connection to Ember. You, however, do. And I thought it might make this of interest to you. And to Supergirl as well. And accidents can happen. I think it's time for Supergirl to learn of the new Chaos Stream, don't you? And so we now see her working on the sculpture, and oh, look at that!
wow.
Like, well, hush my puppy. It's Richard Malvern. Linda and Linda Madral. Not that bad. Hope I didn't wake you this time. Nah, come on in. Like, y'all y'all can come in. Y'all isn't Singu. Never mind. Here, what's that? An advance check on some new commissions for your statue. Jesus, people are paying ahead of time now. How much good? Holy God! Think this is fantastic. I can afford a bigger play size, and it's all because of you. Linda, you're talented. Remember, Linda, she's shorter. Oh, well. Am I interrupting something? I mean, I can always come back. Oh, yeah, Andy. We were just celebrating Linda's good fortune. What was her career taking off? Yes, I'm sure taking off is very uplifting, Linda. Oh no! He's not noticing, but
She forgot that she was flying up.
she was so caught up, she levitated. Oh, did you hear? Did you hear? No. Again, I love this. Yes, I think Supergirl's available to speak at your seminar. Hold on, yes, that date clears. Although it's always subject to change due to impending planetary collision, ominous skies of assorted colors, or other earth-shaking matters. All right, the concert will be going out tomorrow. Yes, thanks. Supergirl Enterprise. They want Supergirl to get the honor of the San Diego Comics Convention. Ha! Of course.
Wow, love the meta commentary. I'm loving the real world, pop culture type references and mentions in here because like I said, it is superheroes, it is fantasy, but at the same time, the realism really puts it in a little bit more of a perspective to
Exactly.
humanize without is not, tied to any one person or any one thing. It's just the world around the heroes being pretty much as ours a little bit, it's just a little bit more elevated.
Yep, but also I gotta come up with the Pendo if we're gonna get married, right? Come again? Uh-oh! Kind of jumped the gun, Cutter. I said when we get married. Whoa, Tonto, where did marriage suddenly come up? I'm a marrying kind of guy. Sure, I tried it once and it didn't take. But as long as you promise not to decide you're gay too, I bet this one will come out differently. Cutter, it's crazy. Oh, come on, Mandy, you can't tell me you don't feel it. It's just right between us and us, but I know it. Geez, Cutter, honey, I'm not looking for the same thing in this relationship, in any relationship that you are. I just want to. I don't know. I don't want. Geez, I should have known. Just all the given. In this world, Cutter, everything is either worked for or taken. Nothing is ever. I give you my heart, Maddie, wait up. Supergirl Enterprise. Win a day with Supergirl contest. Never heard of it. Such noisy vehicles. You see these and they regulate the noise. Hey, my purse! That's my purse! It'll set off my eyes, sweetheart. Tucker, we got cops, dude. Not for long, man. Cut right now. We rule, man. If you guys don't stop, then I've got two words for you. Bye-bye. Gun it. Turn him into a freaking speed bump. Which word didn't you get? The buh or the bye? Heck, Comet, I think you enjoy this kind of this thing entirely too much. Oh, like you don't get off on it, Miss Goody Two Shoes. Like, well, maybe a little, a lot. Don't nag. They make such a nice couple. And you, Tucker, when I tell your mother, ease up, okay, and eat up. It was his hand. Ease up, my wrinkled butt. He snatched his from his own aunt.
Wow.
Of course, he thinks easy target. I had no idea the church was running into such financial difficulties, Reverend Barrow. When all the buildings falling apart for one thing, and contributions simply aren't what they should be. I got a call from Miss Tammy Neal. She was supposed to come out by last week and make a substantial contribution, take the money she inherited, but then finding out about her disappearing. Yep. I was fighting someone named about murmur and everything. But why did it kick in for that? If anything mentioned about the sharing of the pain and everything. But yeah, they're still trying to figure out what's going on. Oh no! What the heck's happening? A demon! Oh boy, this goes in after it. Supergirl, it's not wide enough. I'm kind of stuck. This is really undignified. Hey, watch it, would ya? What a minute, brother. Well, smell you've discovered, princess. It's a sewer. Deal with it. Star Wars reference. Oh, just one second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm back at, the chaos stream. Look at it.
Interesting.
It's gone nuts. Oh, and they got lost. And so they're running into so this is basically crossing through to what's been going on with Young Justice.
Justice, right.
I like that. That is a through line.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, helps them out there and everything. There's Wonder Girl. This is when Cassie out with her original look. The original burn look.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're all under the control and everything. And I didn't get the Young Justice issue ready. Hold on, let me do that. I should have prepared. And dogs are barking at something outside. Woof, woof, bark, bark. I know they're trying to be protective, but come on, girls. Young Justice. Number 30, right there. Alright, so let me switch it over. Hope they're not annoying. Alright. This is when we have Todd Nowick on artwork.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
First of all, so here's part one, and this is part one. Let's just summarize it quickly. Them going down into hell and everything, or wherever they're at. So yeah, we have all that going on. And then that's when, can it get worse? Well, check out Supergirl 36 and then come back here. So it's more of a, again, through until they actually cross over. But yeah, they're dealing with that Dante guy we heard about from earlier. So yeah, it's a bit of a fight going. Basically, her finding them while they're possessed and utilizing her Earthborn Angel stuff to disconnect them. So yeah, that's what the bulk of this is.
I like the very cartoony, very
Nowick.
Teen vibe of the art.
Yep, this is the guy who drew the majority of the Teen Titans Go, and by that I mean the original anime series comic.
Mm-hmm.
You are mine. I'll show you an example of his Teen Titans work. Where's that good issue? There's a really good one. Here we go. Yep, this is Nowick. This one, where the Teen Titans swap themselves, their powers and all that. And it turns out, from what I heard from the artist and writer, this was all done because they wanted to draw Raven in the Robin outfit again.
Really?
You know, like from the cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yep. And I love this, like, kick Cardo's butt by Raven. And by Raven, I never heard you sound so confident. That was Robin talking. But yeah, see what I mean? Similar style.
Right.
But yeah, all because they wanted to do Raven like that. And look at the very end. It screwed up again, and now she's like Beast Boy, so she's a bit more. Oh wait, she acts like Beast Boy more.
I mean, the cartoon was good, you know, and I'm not a fan of Synergy, not too much.
Oh yeah, but this is the one where they were allowed to do Donna when they couldn't in the show.
Right. You know,
I'm trying to find where that one is. Oh, where's the Donna one? Ah, here it is. And they also would do their own take on Rose as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, here we go. That's what they originally wanted to do with her,
Interesting.
but they couldn't because well the Marsden estate wouldn't
Right.
allow it. But the comics they could get away with it. But yeah, I wish we had more of this. But this was just done so they can finally use that design and everything. And especially this year. This was right from one of the comic and the cartoon artists. Which gave us a what if. But yeah, all of these were done by Todd Nowick. I mean, look at that cover. Raven was always my favorite Titan.
Yeah, she definitely was a standout.
Yep. Ah, here it is with Rose, by the way. There, look at that design. I love this moment. Them doing the charge, and then they both broke their staffs. Yep. But that was the oh no, not the final issue, but that was the 49. But anyway, back to Supergirl. I just want to show off more of his artwork, showing that that's his style.
Mm-hmm.
But yep, so a bit more here. Yeah, young Justice and Supergirl face the horror behind the glass. And now, where's Part Angel? You are mine, and you are mine. So, run by a nut named Dante, who in turn serves a sentient lava lamb calling itself Dis. I love it. Meanwhile, Young Justice is also here, but they're enslaved by telepathic monkeys. Great. I'm suddenly becoming nostalgic for Gorilla Grodd. Yep, and we did it when we connect back to stuff with Satanic. Again, the fact that we were drawing more into the Earthborn Angel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. As Luther observed, who says there's never anything good on TV? My lord, my lord. Greetings, my lord and carnivore, my lord. Stubbs, good day, sir. How does it feel, Master Forger? It goes, sir. It goes. I have your new and terrible swift sword, sir. Satisfactory? Brilliant as always. There's something wrong in the air, Stubbs. I can sense it, smell it, but I'm not sure what it is. Perhaps it's the business with Dante, sir. He has brought Supergirl straight to death. Indeed, that is somewhat unfortunate, although not totally unexpected. This is aware of what he is to do. I take it that he's to not actually try to kill the Earthborn, but instead cause her to fall. That nothing, even Dante's own life, is to supersede that cold. That has been made clear to him, sir. But this is one of your stronger-minded creations. He has something of an attitude. Uh-oh. So you're the first-line angel I'm so concerned over. The one that was a threat to my power. The one who could bring this all down. Look how easily this has disposed of you. Look at what I'm going to do to you now. Oh boy, as it keeps emphasizing. Wait, what? You just tossed him and tink! It cracked the container. Weaken it further. Better try to fuse it again before the whole thing gives. Gary, what happened? Did they have monkeys on their back? Cripes, Reverend. How the hell do I know if they're on drugs? No, literal monkeys! Uh-oh. Oh,
It's
boy.
nonstop. This is
Yeah,
definitely nonstop chaos.
it is. But unfortunately, Dante gets caught up in everything. This, you fool! You unmitigated fool! This was never about you! Never! She might very well have killed Dante. Such was her pain and anger. But you killed him in your eagerness to get at her, to try to slave that which you have no business slaying! If I mean by so bold, sir, you repeated his mistake. You gave this free will. Yes, well, I give it that I. Oh! He looks like Wally because he's his opposite. That's why. He's like the devil to Wally's God.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Very interesting.
Yep. Uh-oh. Sorry, things are starting to go nuts. What he said, it's worse than I thought. These creatures drain not only our morals, but our gift for witty repartee. Oh, but they were able to reverse the problem and everything. Do something, save us. And Lord, I could really use a Deus Ex Machina about now. Oh, I remember, that, if I remember was the thing Wally warned her about.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, like things are gonna get bad.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. They're able to, uh-oh. Like, I will hold an Earthborn. You are finished, Earthborn. Finished. You escaped from me before, but now my full power will be unleashed upon you. I will hold you down until you are obliterated. I will kill an Earthborn, and in doing so, I will rise in rank and esteem, in power. What? I don't understand. What are you doing? What is happening to me? What's happening to you is exactly no more or less than you deserve. Actually, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. All I know is that he's freezing up just as my wings did. But this time the results are even more catastrophic. My God, he's cracking completely apart. He's dead. I can sense it. He's done for. I don't get it. What in the world just happened? And that was spectacular. And you stopped him cold. How'd you do it? Trade secret? My, I knew you were angry, but I had no idea you disposed of this in this manner. I didn't. As insane as this sounds, I think hell is freezing over. And this leads into Day of Judgment. After um the Spectre series ended and it had Corrigan move on. Basically, now we're seeing the side effect of the Spectre is going nuts without a host, and this is what leads to Hell becoming the new Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Supergirl getting an Earthborn Angel, teaming up with Zariel, an actual angel, fighting against the Spectre, God's Angel of Wrath.
very very much
Perfect.
a clash of triangle angels and gods and stuff and demons in a
And
sense.
Hell has come to Earth. Because that was one of the things that happened during that story. So basically, she's already, everything started up, and we have a tie in to JLA Titans as well. That was a reference to that. That was the big mini series that was supposed to relaunch the Titans book. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so we're just having them deal with a lot of this stuff going on. That presence, the presence. They bring up the presence. You mean God, of course. Is God a little kid with a hat and a baseball bat? What about this high with glasses and forget it. So yeah, she's been trying to explain about the Earthborn Angel stuff. Dario, I don't think the Spectre is trying to hide. I think he knows we're here, and he or his demons are sending a message that they don't care. A message? What sort of message? Oh, of course. Bet your heart, of course. Bottom line, he's a goat. Naturally, that's the message it sends. Boo! Oh boy, you have all this stuff. This one guy's gotten caught up in everything. His name was, let's double check again. His name was Patrick, and he's trying to get to this guy Frank. And the talent agency. And don't call us, we'll call you. Gotta admit though, you're looking good. You've been working out? Here, let me take a closer look at you. What have you done with Frank? Babe, I am Frank. Most Hollywood agents are demons. What, you couldn't tell? Most agents are demons. A little on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the Spectre, but get saved. Come back here, Supergirl. This is not your concern. No, I know, evil one. It is ours. I should take that. Someone evil has possessed the Spectre, is what happened. So the case of the wrong person has become the host.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we have all this going on. Her wings come back. She's able to use it to burn him. It's basically, again, this is more of a tie-in than anything else. But they're able to send the Spectre away from where they're at. But different. It is said that the presence looked upon the beauty of his creation and wept. and each of those tears became one of us, an angel. But the Earthborn are different. Different how? The present has both male and female aspects. The latter, the Shekinah, dwells on Earth as in the Ark of the Covenant. Oh, like in that movie. All right. So God drew upon the Shekinah in creating the Earthborn angel. We angels are the creation of the present, but you and your kin are of the present. The present loves all his creation and cherishes the Earthborn most of all. If I esteem standoffish, as you put it, is because I hold you in greatest regard. Oh well, thank you, I guess. By the way, when you saw my new wings before, what did you mean by it's begun? Unfortunately, the human form cannot contain the Shanicha forever, for power tends to corrupt. The demonizing, stylizing of your wing is evidence of such corruption. You face a terrible time ahead, and all I can offer is that you take solace in the fact that you are loved, and your end will be sweet and merciful. Oh, let's go back to see her wings. Yep, these ones. They're now more bat shape as opposed to angelic shape.
I really like this subset of powers. You forget because again, you are continue to emphasize or let it be known that this is not the Supergirl that you
Yeah,
would
you know.
predict. She is someone totally different from Kara. She's,
From May, or even though it is May, she's different from May.
right. And the more reading this, and it's kind of like this was definitely a missed opportunity for just that. I know that they want to go the cousin route, and that's all it's been for a couple of years. But at the same time, this definitely would have been a good something unique, for DCU.
Exactly. And this is as far as we were going to get. Because this is when more and more things are going to be kicking off as it goes on. So yeah, what did you think of this batch? I mean, a bit more breezy this time.
Yeah, it was chaotic, a
But
lot
that's clearly
more.
the intent.
Yeah, a lot more actiony, with your sprinkled in with a little bit more quiet moments or the comedic reliefs. But this is still it keeps it going. The story still keeps going, and even if it was a crossover with Young Justice, it still flowed, um, in a way where you didn't have to actually go read Young Justice as well. It's just you can keep going with this.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, though, and I gotta say, I can't decide which is the best part of this particular batch because it was a little all over the place.
I would say that just the interaction with Young Justice,
Yeah.
the guest appearance and really just showing the integration of, more DC characters.
Yep.
That's the best part.
And this was clearly done more. Unlike Resurrection Man, where that was more of his story than it was Linda's. Here, this was more Linda's story. Just
Right.
that the Young Justice got wrapped up in it.
Right.
But yeah, so overall, this was just real. This was just really good. Good batch continues to be good. Although again, this was a bit of a coasting point, even though it is building up. It was like all the setup to the payoff.
Hmm.
Would you agree with that? Like this was clearly the setup for this payoff.
Right. Right.
But I will say though, poor Cutter and Maddie in that regard.
So this is the start. So this will be the start of a new arc.
Yeah.
A full
Well,
arc.
it's more everything coming to a head that's been building up. That obviously they had a pause because of this.
Mm-hmm.
All I gotta say, if there was an event that was ever so perfect for Peter David, it was this one.
Right.
You're actually dealing with hell and heaven.
And I would say that he's implementing more kind of like horror elements too.
Oh yeah,
A little bit
definitely.
of that with the nightmares and or um the
Mm-hmm.
it's not graphic of
Oh yeah.
violence, but just that especially with Parasite,
Mm-hmm.
and dealing with that. Those type of elements again, it's not to be able to explore, from going from political to horror to comedy to a little bit more grounded and romantic and stuff. That is how you make these characters more complex and just having a full-fledged story.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, just overall, this was just so. Again, continues to be good. Continues to move forward. That's all I can really say. So yeah, I mean, not much, and while there was good stuff with the supporting characters, it wasn't as much.
It wasn't, but what little that they were in, it still stood out. That's what you want. You want these, even if
Mhm.
they aren't there, to take up, I don't know, a whole issue or so. It's still the fact that you were still invested in them, no matter how many pages or panels they have.
Exactly, exactly. Well, yep, a little bit on the shorter side this time, but like I said, this was the best point for us to chop off because otherwise it wouldn't have been a good ending point.
Right, right.
But yeah, so thank you for joining me in this one, Britt. Thank you, everyone else, and we'll see you guys all on the next one. Take care.